All right. So yeah, I think I can get this one in. Let's
34 laps. Yeah.
let's go ahead and head on out.
That's right. I got that exactly. I didn't realize that was a good guess. Everything's
this
good.
is still good. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I need to practice. I mean, I guess to get the goal. Yeah, might as well. I think if I nail a perfect lap, I could probably get a 31 flat. So we'll see what the pole is. Next session, pole is 30.8. Yeah, I'm not winning the pole. Not at all.
We'll see.
Don't you have to be there to make a comeback? Well, he was there. Todd Bodine was there, and he will be coming back there. So yes, that works. I just don't. Like Jamie was saying, he has sponsorship lined up, and I'm just sitting there thinking, look how many guys, like young, talented guys, can't get a ride because they can't get a sponsor, and yet Todd Bodine can get a sponsor. I mean, come on, man. Like, he was good in the trucks, I guess, but like this, he's old as frick, man. Who you doing?
Yeah, but he's got the name. So.
Yeah, a name that most people didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did he have a big fan base? Because I don't think that's really how that worked. Worked out for him,
but it's also I don't know. Todd, I really don't know. Jeff, not so much. I mean, like, Jeff was just about as polarizing as Dale was. They got into each other a whole lot, so if you could have held that bottom, you might have got it.
I need to back that entry up just a teeny bit more. Got back to the gas too soon.
Let's see where we place.
We got the pole.
Damn.
What? I didn't feel like I gained that much time, but okay.
No, you did a lot better than you did in practice. I was like, if you backed it up like a little bit more, yeah, you'd get it.
So we got Austin Hill, Johnny Sauer, Stuart Friesen, you in 5th. Good qualifier.
Won't stay there very long.
Todd Gilliland, I can't talk. Gilliland, Grant Infinger, Ross Chastain, Matt Grant, Christian Evans, Tanner Gray. Okay. Melissa in 15th. Best Buddy Clay in 18th. Justin 20th. Not a good qualifying effort for Mr. Maestro. And Big Tuna dead last.
Oh,
that's uncharacteristic. He's usually like top 25 at least.
It is.
that was a great clip. Some fair warnings about Bob. It's stupid. The pause just really sold it. Okay. Here we go. So, starting on the pole tells me that we're probably going to run away with this early. Gustine, Ross Chastain also going to... He missed the driver's meeting. Ross, where were you, buddy? Riley Herbst. All these guys going to the rear. So there could be some shaking and baking happening in the back here. Might be some cautions from that. But I have a feeling we're going to run away with this at the beginning, and then cautions and or strategy could draw the field back to me. What happens at that last, not the last one, the one before that, was basically I was running away with it for a good portion of it, and then there was late caution. We took 2 tires and my truck was a little unsteady, and I had to like relearn a little bit because it felt weird.
And some guys that, behind you that were catching you had taken 4.
Yeah, so Johnny Sauter had freshies and was right on my butt for a while. Yeah, it made it a little bit more interesting than it was going to be because I was way the frick out in front before all that happened. You have moved up to 3rd currently.
Yeah, it's a little bit uncharacteristic, but like Charlotte is one of those tracks. Like I need to God. Yeah, Charlotte's one of those tracks I need to just do laps. Just do lap after lap after lap, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I get used to it. It's mainly like 1 and 2 is fine, obviously. 1 and 2 is easy. It's just like turn 3 is so lazy. It's like you're there, you have to like really wait before you crank the wheel to the left, It's like you really almost kind of wait almost here like to the center of the corner before you're just like, boom, all right, now I'm there, and then you're good to go. But yeah, it's just one of those like I just need so many laps under me, and once I'm there, I'm fine. But
I forgot they changed that part there because of the roval. So there's like that dirt and grass that's right there that didn't used to be right there, where you could come down and clip where the paint was. It made my truck like jump a little bit. Like, whoa. You want to play Fortnite? Not tonight for me. I'm gonna finish this race and then I'll be calling it. But do keep an eye out. We do play Fortnite a couple times a week, usually on stream a day here.
2 to go, driver.
Laps to go on stage. Yeah, actually Thursday. It's a good chance of Fortnite tomorrow if enough of the normal people are down. I will say, I'm not as intensely obsessed as I was last season. Last season I was playing Fortnite multiple hours per day and streaming it 3 or 4 times.
My gosh.
I was a little bit addicted. And it showed. Like, I was playing great. I had more wins last season than all the seasons combined before that. But I had 67 solo victories, not counting squad stuff. But this season, with them changing or just not balancing skill-based matchmaking very well, and almost every time I feel, we're fine.
You're fine, yeah.
I don't know if I got into the gas too soon or what, but the back end started coming around. I had to chase it.
It's that is one of those things. Like over time, it starts to get a little bit slick on the right rear, so you got to be a little bit more careful as the tires wear.
Yeah. Do I pit?
If you want to make it interesting, yes. If not, then no.
Yeah, you know what? Let's make it interesting. Also, I'm really wearing these tires out. So sure. Whatever. Fine. But yeah, let's see if we can pass everybody before the stage ends.
Have a good day.
But yeah, it's just this season I have found myself.
Left side.
I'll be doing really well. I have multiple kills. I've got good equipment. I'm just like ready to go, and then I'll go up against somebody who is playing like they're in the freaking professional league esports competitions. Will just destroy me, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, why were you in my game though? You know, like it doesn't make sense. Oh, Big Tuna was trying to draft me. I didn't realize I still had that on.
Right side.
I forgot too. Yeah.
Sorry, best buddy Clay. If I hit you there, I didn't mean to.
Stay low. Stay low.
But yeah, it's just been weird this season where there's been a lot of, what we call sweats. People who are just try-harding so much. They're doing like the build edits and all that stuff that I've just never been good at. And it's like, all right, well, if skill-based matchmaking actually exists, you should know I'm not at this level, so why are these people here? But it is what it is. The interesting thing, though, is that I've had way more success in duos this season, whereas duos used to be one of the ones that I struggle with the most. Duos used to be hard, like the hardest ones to do, but I've won multiple duos, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. Fortnite's got to get that figured out, in my opinion.
All right, clear low. Nobody out back.
Hey, Fogelman hate you.
Oh yeah, Tate Fogelman does hate me.
Right side.
He didn't try anything that time.
That's a good point.
All clear.
So I thought I might struggle to get to the front, but 4 to go and I'm in 5th. So.
No, I knew you. I knew you'd be fine. Yeah.
Wow.
So the thing is, like, because Fortnite's, it's like shooter based, so it's like I'm
Still there.
one of those like I'm never going to
All clear.
understand the obsession with it or anything.
Fair enough.
Overwatch, I kind of do a bit more.
Oh, boys.
If only that was for the stage finish.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I might still try to go all the way back and get that as the thumbnail. That'd be pretty cool shot. Trick people into thinking that I actually had to fight for it.
Talladega winner Tate Fogelman.
Yeah, he just only had to almost kill somebody to do it. But anyway, yeah, I get it. I mean, there's just some games that some genres that I'll just never click with. I'll see people play them and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever," and I'll give it a shot, you know. But it's just like, it's not for me. Like MMORPGs. I wish I loved them. I wish I could just throw 2,000 hours into them. I just can't.
Is that why you stopped playing Skyrim?
No. Skyrim is not the same thing. Skyrim, the reason I stopped playing that was just, I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's the outro. It's so much work to remember all that freaking stuff, and then if I don't remember to write it down right after, I have to go find the VOD and listen or watch it back and figure out what the frick I did, and it's a whole big thing, you know. But also, more than I think that is just, I've been trying to make an effort to maybe wrap up or cap off some of the longer ongoing series, and Skyrim's going to be like freaking 200 episodes. So maybe putting it on the shelf for a while isn't a bad thing. But no, when I say MMORPG, I'm talking like
multiplayer RPG,
World of Warcraft and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, because like I was thinking like Skyrim was a multiplayer RPG.
It is. Well, there's Elder Scrolls Online, which is basically Skyrim Online, but it's not.
Okay.
So I guess just pit for everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna have quite enough fuel to make it, I don't think. But...
No, you'll be like a lap or two short, maybe two.
But anyway, but no, like, you know, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14 is one. That new one that just came out, it's called New World. I see people just loving these things and recommending them and saying like, oh, I put 140 hours in the first week, and I'm just like, okay, good for you, but it's just not for me. I've tried them, and it's just like the closest I've come to actually enjoying one. I don't know if you remember, but there was that one where the devs sent me the copy, and they said if I streamed it for 3 hours that I could get the Team Chaos logo in their next game. That broomstick league thing is kind of based on Quidditch from Harry Potter. That's the.
I don't remember the game, but I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it was the same kind of thing, but it felt more centralized on you. Like, I knew there were other players, but it was more about surviving against the wilds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like a single-player experience where I would just occasionally encounter other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as close as I've come to enjoying one of those kind of games.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole aspect of the other ones is, a lot of it is based around, like, you know, doing the raiding parties and fighting other factions of players and like losing your crap. Like Rust is another game that's like, it's not really, I mean, technically I guess it's kind of an MMORPG, but kind of Minecrafty also. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's in this situation where it's like, cool, I made this nice base and I have all this good loot. Oh, this guy's going to just come in here and kill me and take all my stuff and burn my house to the ground. Like, that's the game. Like, you just have to keep rebuilding or try to fight and get your stuff back, and it's just like, that's just way too much work, man. I play video games to well, I say to have fun. Most of them drive me freaking nuts, but you know. But like,
you have a specific, you just have a specific taste. It's just like, you know, like Hakeem's straight up fighter. Like, he likes fighting games. You know, like that's just his thing. You know, like racing games don't, even though like if it's not NASCAR, like racing games won't do anything, you know, for him or anything like that.
Right.
I think Fairy Tail might have been one of the first turn-based RPGs he's done, but like a lot of people don't like turn-based RPGs, and I get that. Like, I understand, like it's you know, it's a bit slower of a pace and type things, type stuff, but it's like it's also for me. It's also like it's just the strategy of it. It's like it's like chess. You got to be thinking 3, 4 moves ahead. Like, okay, I'm going to be taking this much damage by this time, and I need to do this. Oh, he has this, so I got to watch out for this particular move. Or if they have sleep, it's just that's just the most annoying thing in the world when they put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you're down for a few rounds. You're like, okay, is anyone going to wake up or stuff like that? So it's just different genres and even subgenres, because like there's people that like RPGs but don't like turn-based RPGs. There's so I think some people like maybe it's just like the like the overall combat of it. In terms of like I don't know how the combat system is in some of these games like World of Warcraft or anything. I'm like I've had friends that have played, but I've never played because it doesn't interest me.
Right. Well, the main thing about them is, and it's another thing that makes it tough. I mean, I think another game that was close to that style, but was again more focused on a single player experience, in my opinion, was Torchlight. Torchlight's the kind of game where you kind of play it like you would like Warcraft, because you have a character with a series of spells, a collection of different maneuvers they can do, and they're all like on this hot bar at the bottom of the screen, and you assign your keys to it, and you're basically pointing and clicking and telling, okay, character, go over here. Now I press this button and you'll do this spell. I press this button, you'll do this attack. And it's like, I think it probably appeals to people that just love multitasking, right? Because you're watching the battle take place, you're watching your MP and your HP, and you're planning out every move you make, and if you're working with a party, it's like, okay, I need you to do this spell now so that I can do my spell after, and chain it together. And it's like, that's cool, but it's just not how I like to play video games. It's just a little too much work. But also, you talk about like turn-based games. You know, for me, my favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Yeah.
And that's because it is turn-based, but it's also got that tactical side where you're positioning your characters on the map. Elevation plays into it. When it says like missed, it's not just like an animation that plays. It's like you can see them miss the arrow shot or whatever. It's like there's more to it for me. So like that's why I would pick that over like a classic Final Fantasy experience or something. Even though like those games for me, the appeal is always the story.
The story. Yeah.
The stories in like, Final Fantasy 7, 8, all that stuff. It's like the stories are what you play those games for.
Right.
The combat is slow. There's also random, and you know how I feel about random encounters. I hate random encounters. Just trying to walk from point A to point B and getting attacked by 14 things. It's like, oh my god!
It keeps you on your toes, but which is the funny thing is, like, when I was playing Legend of Dragoon, it's like when I wanted to fight, couldn't really. Ouch! When I wanted to fight, I couldn't really get one. But when I was like, all right, I'm low on items and stuff, fight. I'm like, stop it. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Like you're just trying to get to the save point, get home, whatever. It's like, please stop. You got something like Pokemon. It has those items you can use that will give you temporary. You don't get a random encounters basically. And so it's like there's ways out of situations like that in some of the games, but I don't know. It's a weird thing to say because it's such a flawed game, but I like how Chain of Memories did their encounters, because it's like you walk up, an enemy appears, you can just walk away from that and not fight it. Or you can fight it if you want to, and I kind of feel like that's a good approach for those kind of, like, for the turn-based games too. I feel like, and some of them I think do that. I think
what winds up happening is if you're able to just run away. But it's like, very much like D&D. Like everything's a roll of the dice. Like who's going to go first? It's based on who's got the higher agility. Like so they're naturally going to go. They're going to have an edge on going first. So it's going to be like, all right, you roll. It's a roll of the dice. So is it a roll? It's a roll of the dice in terms of if you can run away, which always made things in Wild Arms very, very. You got to come down pit road.
I do need to go down pit road. I have. Okay, that was unnecessary for you to come up the track right then. Okay. I can't believe I have to pit coming to the white flag. This is
Yeah,
the worst.
yeah. I would have told you to save, but
Well, I actually was trying to pedal it. I think I might have saved a tiny bit, but like not enough.
Slow down.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm slowing down. Slow down a little too much. All right, half can.
Fuel only.
No tires, no repair.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little concerned. I was like, when do I pit?
Got one to go.
I can't believe this.
Yeah. But like I said, that's always one of those things that, like in Wild Arms, it made it very. It was nerve wracking when it's just like when I needed to run, it's like I don't have any items. If I fight them, it's gonna be really bad, or I'm gonna die. So I'm like, okay, I gotta run. And then you just sit there and it's just like, all right, is it going to let me? Because it goes, the screen's going slowly black, and I'm like,
yeah,
heart starts beating a little bit faster. You're like, oh, okay, I'm good. I escaped.
Oh no, Brett Moffitt didn't pit, did he? Wait, no, I'm still showing first.
You're still first, dude. Yeah.
I was concerned there. I saw his number, like seeing it on the map. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic job. Great
I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, am I the leader or is he the leader? But yeah, cool. And he must have pitted then. He just must have taken a splash as well because he came out way ahead of the other people. All right. No burnout, don't care. We talked about a lot of things other than this race, but we won the race. Pretty handily. A late caution might have made that a different situation. But we were insanely fast, so. So we end up winning by 11 seconds over Brett Moffitt, Johnny Sauter, Majeski, Smith, Friesen, Eckes, Infinger, Fogelman somehow, Ross Chastain, Gus Dean, Todd Gillett. Wow, you must have got fricked on pit stops. 14th.
No, he just took 4. There are instances where they just some drivers will just take 4 tires for some reason, even if it's on the last lap.
That's unfortunate. And then we scroll on down further. Big Tuna came up to 19th from last. Melissa 20th, and Justin 22nd. Just never really got it going.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte's tough. Charlotte is tough.
And Jason White did not finish the race. All right, well, there you go. Nothing too shocking there. I mean, and all this aside, Charlotte's kind of my jam anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
7 wins. Aside from Justin, no one else has won. And then did he really even win? But, we'll leave that one alone. He has fallen to 12th. He better not fall out of top 20. He'll be in trouble.
Wait, did you still win at Dover? You won at Dover?
We didn't race to at Dover.
Yeah, we did. You wrecked a lot.
Well, then I guess I won.
I guess you won, yeah.
Wait, unless somebody further down hasn't won. No.
Yeah,
Angela has a playoff point. Melissa 15th, Justin 12th, and you are 6th in the points. Tied, actually, with Ross Chastain. Your teammate, actually, right?
Yep.
So there you go. All right. I love how I have 41 playoff points and everybody else has like 1 or 2. It's fantastic. Definitely not running away with it or anything.
The messed up thing is, all you have to do is just do badly at Homestead.
Yeah, and then they'll
Phoenix,
still say
sorry,
they'll still say I won. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So led the most laps, had the fastest lap. Gus Dean was on the move. All right, and tough break, Austin Hill. All right.
Yeah.
He's kind of had a lot of tough breaks lately.
Yeah, he's not that good in this game.
kind of weird. And
he's real decent in Heat 4, obviously, but like this one, he doesn't seem to be much of a factor.
The Pokemon encounters show up to where you can see them walking around instead of being. Oh, you're talking about like the newest ones. Okay, because I haven't played any of the newest ones. I've just played the old ones. I get what you're saying now. If you can see them, you can avoid them. So it's like, yeah. It takes like 30 seconds to go through a cave in Pokemon Sword. Oh, that's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
In like the Fire Red that I played the most, going into the cave was just misery because I knew it was just gonna be Zubats and Geodudes every 2 seconds. Okay. So did that, and we've completed a contract thing. Good.
Nice. Now there's the Xfinity race at Charlotte.
Should be.
So I wonder if these line up. I wonder if you do all 3 series, will they line up properly? Because it seems like Truck and Xfinity are lining up properly, but Cup is just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was weird the way that was before, but we'll see. But that is going to be that. I'll say they're not going to offer me the new contract thing. Wow, he's just upset with me. They're not going to offer me the new contract thing until the next truck race lines up, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's look at reputation for Xfinity. My only actual rival is Jeff Green. You guys can't see that on the screen. Jeff Green, Austin Cindric is close, which who cares, honestly. Gregson, I don't really remember having too much issue with him, but okay. And Aaron's upset with me, but that's just his natural state of being with me, usually. Brent Miller's annoyed. When have I ever seen Brent Miller? Like, what? Okay. Moving on. James is just neutral. I mean, I feel like we should have had some boost by now, one way or the other. Let's see.
I think more people are polite and nice now.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. At some times, Jamie's up to happy.
Hey.
So that's good. And Joe Nemechek and Tommy Joe Martins are still my only friends, but Sieg, Jamie, and Mike Harmon are close to being friends. It would kind of figure me and Harmon would end up being friends.
Yeah. Old relationships and all that.
Mm-hmm. But it's kind of weird James just being neutral. I didn't hit him or anything, so it should. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised he isn't at least polite. But,
maybe that's just what it is. Like, you don't have enough encounters with him to where it's just like.
Yes. He does kind of usually run up front or in the back. He's like one or the other seems to happen. So.
Check Truck if you don't mind.
Yeah. Cup is not gonna show anything.
Oh, I wonder. Wait. Is Cup going to show anything? Because I'm kind of curious about Cup too.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Cup. Oh yeah, Chase Elliott. They actually are tracking people being mad. Chase Elliott's mad at me. A lot of people are annoyed. I did hit a lot of people. Raptor's not. He's just neutral.
Yeah. Surprisingly, not as many people are upset as I thought there would be.
Almirola Harvick, John Hunter Nemechek, and Ricky Stenhouse polite.
Stenhouse Jr. is going to be your first friend.
Oh God, probably. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there's not more people mad for sure.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I understand Chase a little bit, even though I don't think it works like that. I understand Chase in that, well, obviously there was the wreck at the end, but you held him up for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know why Denny's annoyed. I guess I blocked him for a while. But then Trace, who I spun the frick out, is only annoyed. I feel like he should have been just mad at me. Okay.
Which makes me wonder if he was just like polite or something.
Right. So trucks, we got 3 rivals: Fogelman, Gray, and Self.
So they're still they're still rivals with
Full
you, but
rival,
Tanner Gray didn't really try anything, and he had opportunities to.
Yeah. Let's see. Nobody's like even close to being a rival though, because the next one is just upset.
Right.
And then most of the field is nice and on up, so there's that. So I think actually I have more friends now. I think I've got all of you guys as friends, and also who's new in this? Infinger, right? I don't think he was. Well, actually, look, there's more. Anderson, Hill, Smith.
Ryu,
okay.
Yeah.
I think there might be a couple new people in here. I think Infinger was in, but I think Anderson might be new. Lassard. Yeah. Okay, cool. I've been friends with like Angela and Gus Dean since the beginning, and Clay, obviously. Clay's like everybody's first friend.
Yep. Well, not true. The only person that I ever saw have any trouble with Clay Greenfield was What If Racing. And it was hilarious because it was just so funny because it's like everybody else, Clay becomes like their best friend on the racetrack. And he's the only, like, you're the only idiot that to mess that up.
That's funny.
Burn it down. That's how I do it. That's how I do it, James.
Yep. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this stream, this session of NASCAR Heat 5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you as always, Mr. McClain, for joining, helping me out.
Always a pleasure.
And trying to make toast. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for another stream today. Bye.
Peace out.